everybody, what's up? So I wanted to make this video, but I don't know if I'm just gonna get hate for this because so many people do it. Sorry, it's like friggin' a hurricane outside. I didn't know if I should make this video because so many people do this now that like I'm in the minority. So I hope that some of you feel me on this. And as you've probably guessed by the title, this video is me talking about how much I don't like when people use the wrong your and the wrong there and then and to and it's. There are even people who use the wrong our, as in like O-U-R versus A-R-E. And it's just like, I don't get it. Did we go to school? I don't understand how people don't know the difference between Y-O-U-R-E, meaning you are, and Y-O-U-R, which means you're. Should we air that episode of Friends again, or should we just send you back to grade 2? And what I'm actually really afraid of is not spotting when people use the wrong you're anymore. Like there are so many times that people say, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you're amazing. They could say anything like that. And I see it on Instagram, I'm not talking about on mine, I'm talking about in general. And they use the wrong one, and every time I spot it and I'm like, oh, they used the wrong you're. But it's just like, it's slowly infiltrating my brain to not raise a red flag because I see it so much, and I'm really kind of concerned that once I reach that point, there's no going back. Oh, let me show you this one thing. I don't know how I'm gonna find it. Okay, it's still in a conversation on my phone because I sent this to a couple of my friends who share the same grammatical values as me. Oh man, it makes me want to vomit, just all of the grammatical corrections onto all of the internet. And it says, when people are talking about how they were rolling coal in their Cummins when they're driving their daddy's Chevy Gacer, what has this world come to? ... Yeah. Okay. If people are constantly using the wrong form of everything, then what is the point of us learning it? That's my question. I had this one girl at my work who's 17, ask me what the difference is between there, and there. She was about to go off to college. If you're about to go off to college, shouldn't you know the difference? Like, I applaud you for asking what the difference is, and I hope to God you've remembered it. And this isn't me calling people who use the wrong your and others stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. I just think that the internet is ruining our lives. I feel like it probably started with a couple of people who didn't actually know the difference between the yours, and then they started using the wrong one on the internet. And then other people, just by seeing it so much, have become confused as well. And now it's spread all across the internet where people use the wrong everything. And you know, there are probably a whole lot of people who are like, why does it fucking matter? There are heaps of actual problems in the world. Me using the wrong THEN versus THAN shouldn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it does. If everyone starts saying TO instead of TWO or instead of TOO, then there's no point in us being educated. People could say that, you know, they're too lazy to put the extra E on your, like that they know the difference, but they're just too lazy to put the extra E. Your brain is gonna start getting accustomed to seeing the wrong one. And then there are people who say, oh, I do use the right your, but autocorrect changes it. And I'm like, dude, if you put an E, autocorrect will not take the E off to make it the wrong your. I just feel like this is an internet epidemic that needs to be reined in and corrected before it's too late. And I fear it might be. There was one time, and it was last year, and I used the wrong your, and I sent it, and I immediately got upset over the fact that I had just put the wrong spelling of something on the internet. I think I have a problem. Either I have a problem or everybody else does. And the thing is, typos bother me to the nth degree. Like my eyes just zoom in on it whenever it's anywhere. Like if there's a huge menu printed on a wall of a restaurant or something, and there's one thing, say they missed the A in tomato, I will notice it right away. I don't know what it is. But see, I know how people type on the internet where they purposely forget half a sentence or have a run-on sentence with no punctuation or something in all caps or something like that, and that literally never bothers me because it's used for dramatic effect. and it's really fucking hilarious when people do it right, like, and I do it too. That part doesn't bother me, where you purposely do it wrong, because I feel like people probably know that, like, if they were to type something grammatically correctly, then they wouldn't type like that. But the thing is, when people use the wrong your, in my head, I'm like, do they know that they're using the wrong one? I don't know whether it's a mistake or laziness or autocorrect or what have you. The only thing that I actually do blame on autocorrect is friggin' its and its. Your phone will almost always put an apostrophe there. There was this one girl on the internet who, on a video that I don't remember, it was a video where someone clearly won something and she said, "I'm so glad they won," but she spelled one O-N-E. She used the wrong one. And then people underneath went crazy on her, and what she responded with was, "Why does it matter?" And then people underneath that were like, the fact that you're asking why it matters is what matters. Most people don't give a shit. The reason I give a shit is because my mom, thanks a lot, Mom, she drummed grammar and spelling into my head because she was the editor of a twins magazine when I was little. So now I cannot go a day without being irked at people using the wrong your. Does this bother anyone else? Like, I know I'm in the minority here. Let me know, and I'll see you all next Thursday. Okay, love you a lot. Bye.
Let the night come before the price run. Some might run against the test, but those that try